Alright, changing up the angles a little bit today. And I'm not using any other mics than the crappy mic on the DSLR because I'm tired and it's good. You guys should be able to hear me. It should be cleaned up. Alright, so I want to do a Question Tuesday where I answer real questions from real people because I didn't solely ask Nerd Fighters. I asked the VEDA 2013 group people on Facebook. 2 people gave me a bunch of questions, so I'm just going to kind of go through them and talk about my answers, and hopefully this doesn't go way too long. So these first 3 questions are from Sabrina McMillan. Thanks a lot. First question, she asked me, as a mathematician, what do I think of Norbert Wiener, or Wiener, or Wiener? I don't know how to say it. I didn't really look up how to say it. Gut reaction, Norbert Wiener? Ridiculous name. That's, I mean, in other countries it probably doesn't mean anything, but to me it's kind of funny sounding. I didn't really know much about him, so what I did was look it up, and it looks to me like he's like the father of cybernetics, which is more like the applied mathematics side. I was the abstract mathematics side. I like number theory. I actually have published work in number theory. The guy seems like a beast, so I guess what do I think of him? Seems cool. Question 2. Were you a vlogger 5 years ago, and even if not, did you imagine that your life would be anything like it is now? According to my records, I did sign up for a YouTube account in 2007, which is like 5 years ago. So the thing was, I didn't put anything up, so I guess I wasn't really a vlogger then. My first video was in 2008, and it was of a riot at Penn State. It has a lot of views. It's like either my first or second most viewed video. It's close between that and the Minecraft glitch world. It's kind of hard for me to say what I thought because 2007 was kind of a rough year for me personally. But everything now turned out pretty good, so I'm pretty happy. Question 3 is, how did you get engaged, and congratulations. Well, thank you very much. I don't know if you guys know that I got engaged. I did share it on my Daily Vary channel, but I did get engaged to my long-distance girlfriend, Courtney. The plan was go to New York City, wait for the right moment, ask the question. So I had the ring in my, I'm holding here because my pocket was on my coat, and I had the ring in there, and I was just like waiting for it. I had my fingers crossed that when we went up on the Empire State Building that it would be there, but things went down and it didn't quite feel right. What actually happened was our hotel was like right across the street from the Empire State Building, so we got in there and, you know, we were talking and whatnot, and it just kind of felt right. So I went over to get the ring. There was a giant fart involved, and I asked her romantically, and she said yes, and we're engaged. We're planning on getting married in September of 2015 when she graduates, so stay tuned for that, I guess. The other person who asked me questions was Joshua Knowles. He asked me a whole bunch, and I feel like there's a couple that would kind of like take me a long time to answer, or I didn't feel like really fit in this. But I did pick a couple of them. They're totally awesome. So the next 3 questions are from him. His first question is, why'd you get your BS in mathematics? There should be a good answer here, but the answer is, honestly, it was a cop-out. I've always been like pretty good at math, or really good at math, but it wasn't like my life, you know, but there were things happening. I was in there for computer science, and I couldn't pass physics because, you know, I was really slacking. I should have done it, but as it turns out, math was kind of the easiest thing for me to do, so I went with it. Went to grad school, didn't work out. Now I work with kids with behavioral issues. Whoa, crazy! Feel free to ask me about that another time. Question 2 from Joshua. How did you become a nerd fighter? I don't really remember when or exactly how, but I'm sure I watched one of their videos, either Hank's or John's, I don't know whose it was, and then I watched like 30 more of them and decided, like, totally this is me. I felt like a real good connection there. And then every Nerd Fighter community I joined from there on out has been really awesome, and I love it, so it's me. Josh, I thank you for the next question. We needed a little bit of silliness in this. If I could be a leprechaun for a day, what would I do to spend my time? Well, let's see. I'd probably go with being invisible. And I'd be naughty! That's all I received before filming this, so if anybody else has stuff, maybe I'll use it again later in VEDA, who knows? Hope it was somewhat enjoyable. Yeah. See you tomorrow. VEDA!